Hello everyone, welcome to another race at the SRL Championship Series of the Tier 2 sessions. We have 16 drivers on the grid today. Currently in the championship lead is Michael, 148 points, ahead of Fingerhook currently in second, and Nathaniel currently in third. Fingerhook is like 50 points away, 51 points, so he needs to finish in front of Michael, and right behind is Nathaniel with 91 points, and so is Lunar Jedi as well in fourth. So we're going to have a very thrilling race at the start of this Monaco Grand Prix. We're driving in the night, so it's going to be very competitive with all the drivers currently on the grid. Razi is joining us today. He won the Tier 3 race like 10 minutes ago, so really curious what he can do in this tier to show his competitiveness. So we will find out in a moment. Welcome everyone to the first Monaco race in the SRL Championship Series. A few drivers diving out on those medium tire compound. Will they go for some alternate strategy? I know Apollo can be really quick on this circuit, so we have to find out. The first drivers are diving out on their banker lap, and Fingerhook will probably be, I think it's going to be Gatsby going to be the first one to set a lap, so let's stay on board with him. Gatsby will be the first one to set his lap. Let's see where he can end up. Really hard for the pad drivers to have a good lap in, so we'll find out. Gatsby running a little bit wide, but he keeps it on track, sets a purple sector 1 of course, and going through the 180 degrees chicane now, really avoiding that wall, and he's still on a lap, and it's still valid. So heading into the next chicane for Gatsby, one of the easiest ones to invalidate, but he's taking it cautious. And of course the purple sector 2 for him. Oh, runs a little bit wide, misses the braking point, but he's still going to compete it. Gatsby going to finish his first lap with his teammate and one of the AlphaTauris right behind him. Gatsby goes to 112.8. Let's stay on board with Fingerhook, who will be the next one to cross the line. Which time will he be setting? It's a 112.4, so he's 4 tenths quicker than his current teammate. And I think it's Lunar Jedi who's going to be the next one to cross the line. On the medium tire, going for a 111.1 and 1.1 second quicker than the rest of the field, and there goes Nathaniel, the first driver, into the 110s. So that's a good lap from Nathaniel, but CGP goes right slightly faster, and Lunar Jedi have set an amazing lap on those mediums, and Apollo Aston on those mediums goes even quicker, 110.3. So that's a really good lap from Apollo on the medium tire. Really quick time from him, 5 tenths quicker than the rest of the field who are on the soft tires. And Michael, what can he do? Michael is a 111.2 on those mediums as well, 8 tenths slower than Apollo. Apollo definitely showing improvements throughout the season already. Let's stay on board with the Alpine driver, Brother Adam. Brother Adam is chasing Apollo down on his time, 53.0 on sector 2. No big improvements I think it's going to be good for a top 10 qualifying. Let's see, where can Brother Adam end up in the Alpine? 1:11.9, and that's currently P7. And Apollo Aston goes even quicker on those mediums. A second lap from him, 1:10.2. What a lap from him. I must admit, that's a really competitive lap. Six, 7/10 quicker than the rest of the field on a slower compound. So Apollo is definitely showing some improvement. And Apollo definitely earns a tier 1 spot if he managed to be that quick on the mediums. And so is Lunar Jedi. He goes quicker as well. But what can Nathaniel do? 1:10.9, and he improves to P3 on the soft tire. And track is getting quicker. With 12 minutes remaining in this qualifying session, we're following Cheap Skills. He's not gonna improve his lap. So who will be the next driver to get a first lap in? It's going to be F. Hoodis. So let's say on board a very new driver in SRL. What can he do on his first lap? On the soft tire, can he beat the time of Apollo to be the first one into the 1.9s? It's looking very solid for till now from F. Hoodis. And of course the purple sector 1 on 18.5 runs a little bit wide, but still kept it on track. F. Hoodis. Monaco is one of the toughest tracks to keep your consistency and keep your focus on. The walls are so close. A tiny mistake can end you up in the wall, and that's what we like. Monaco, it's really hard to overtake, so the track position is really important on this track. F. Hoodis is really flying around on this track. Hits the wall a little bit on the right hand side, but I don't think he picked up any damage from that, so he's still going to continue his lap. It's looking very good for F. Hoodis. Where can he end up? I think he can be very competitive for the pole position spot, but it's not good enough just yet. Only 1:10 away from the time on of Apollo, and Rossi goes 4th fastest on the mediums as well. So a very competitive time from him as a tier 2 reserve. Good lap. And CGP is going for another lap as well on those medium tires. He's currently up on his time, so will it be now? Hits the wall a little bit on the right hand side as well. Everyone taking it very dangerous. It's really hard to lose your car on that curb, so they're just taking it very wide. And CGP goes faster on the mediums as well. A 1:10.8 for him. And Michael is going for another run on the mediums as well. And I think it's going to be TGL Stewart who is just going... No, it's going to be Irma. Irma is on a flying lap. Oh, loses it a little bit on that curve. Oh, TGL Stewart. Oh, TGL Stewart lost it on... So Irma is definitely going for another lap. With 9 minutes remaining, 8.5 minutes remaining, everyone will be... The track is getting quicker and quicker. So let's see, one of the Red Bulls. It's Rob or EC level, but Rob going for his second lap on those tires as well. Invalidates in the first corner. And after that we have a We have CGP going for another lap, but he's going for another one. And right behind him, it's one of the Alfa Romeos going on his fast lap as well. And I think it's going to be Irma. Let's stay on board with him. He is 6 tenths up on his usual time. Really attacking those corners nicely. Really good from Irma. You need to brake early on this one, and he gets it very valid. Really attacking those corners at the right time. Where can Irma end up? A 1:10.6, and he improves to P4. And a good lap from Irma. Full 20 tenths away, and one of the Mercedes drivers, Neuropowered, is starting his hot lap. Right behind them we have, I think, CGP. So let's stay on board with CGP. Currently 3 tenths up. Really improving on those medium tires. So he's definitely willing to start on those medium tire compound. He's keeping it very valid. And CGP going to cross the line with a 1:10.4, and only 1/10, almost 2 tenths away from Apollo's time on the mediums as well. So I think if you can grab the softs right now, Apollo Aston goes even quicker on the soft tires, 1:96. So a very good lap from Apollo. And I think that's one really hard to beat for the other drivers. 7 tenths away from the rest of the field. And Neuropowered puts himself into P10. And after that, Rob has invalidated. And right behind them we have Nathaniel Perrin. Oh, loses it into the wall. And Afudis is on his outlap, starting his hot lap right now. And let's stay on board with Easy Level Bud, who is going to cross the line with a 1:12.3. Currently sitting in P11, 2.7 seconds away from the top. So that's not a very competitive time for now. And TGL Stewart is the next one to cross the line on the medium tires as well. He's going for a 1:11.8. And puts him in P10, so still a top 10 qualifying from TGL Stewart in the Alpine. And from now on we have Neuropowered, of course, diving into the pit. Didn't have a valid lap at this stage of the race. Apollo having a very good qualifying so far, 7.5 tenths away from the rest of the field. It's going to be very hard for all the drivers to compete with that. And Afudis is going to cross the line now, 5 tenths up, 1:09.8, and that puts him in P2. Good lap from Afudis, getting closer to the time of Apollo. And Rob has spun, or was it Easy Level Bot? It was Easy Level Bot who crashed himself into the wall. And I think it's Irma going for another lap on those mediums, currently sitting in P5, but I think he did his time on the soft tires. And Monaco, one of the most technical circuits on the calendar, and it's really asking a lot to all the drivers to keep your focus and keep your consistency. Well, Irma is diving out on the medium tire. And will he be able to improve his lap time? The track is getting better and better. And I think that's looking very good for Irma. And I think, no, he's not improving at the moment. But he needs to have a good last sector. Irma, Gert Cavan. He is going to cross the line with a 1:10.6 and he improved to P4 on the mediums. Going for the alternate strat. And Nathaniel has improved to P8 on the softs as well. And let's stay on board with Apollo Aston. Currently not improving. Will we go for another lap? He's diving in the pits, knowing that this will be enough for qualifying from his side. And brother Adam is currently flying and flying. Oh, losing a little bit out at the end. And improves by 1/10. And that's good for P9. And who are the next drivers to be improving in their lap time? It will be TGL Stewart. TGL Stewart definitely on a flying lap. Oh, a little bit too early on the steering to the left, which causes him to have a small issue. Oh, and he runs wide and he destroyed his last lap, and of course diving into the pits. It's really hard for the pad drivers. And Fingerhook is currently having a good lap. He needs to have a valid one. He's 2 up on his usual time. Currently sitting in P2 in the championship as it stands. But will there be any changes at the end of this race? He's going to finish his last lap. He's keeping it clean, no hitting to the wall. And he is going to cross the line with a 1:11.7, 3.5 up. And that's good enough for P10, I think. So there was our qualifying of today at the Monaco circuit. And with Apollo Aston really taking that pole position, Avooder's really close behind him. Only 60, 100. So we have a battle on our hands between these two. But right behind we have CGP, Irma, Lunar Jetta and Michael starting on the and Razi starting on the alternate strategy, all on the mediums. Nathaniel in P8, brother Adam in P9. Fingerhook finishes off the top 10 into 2.1 seconds away from the top, so it's going to be very hard for them. TGL Stewart into 11, Neuropowered into 12, Easy Levelbot into 13, Cheap Skills, Gatsby and Rob. So what will the race conditions do? Will it be dry? Or will we have some wet race as well? It seems to be dry as it stands. Not sure how the weather prediction will be at during the race, but we're going to have a good fight at the top of the field with Apollo Aston and F. Hooters really close based on qualifying pace. Now they need to nail it into the race pace. Strategy calls will probably be the one-stop strategy, going from the soft to the mediums, or maybe even the medium soft strategy. It depends on the safety car conditions. If there's going to be a safety car, there will be early stops from the front runners, I believe. So we're going to drive on our out lap. Let's have a look at the back of the field. Everyone starting on the medium tires. Well, of course, from P3 to P7 starting on the mediums as well, but they are used. So it's going to be very interesting with the top two starting on the soft tires, and from the P3 to P7 starting on the alternate strategy. So it's going to be very interesting how the race will go with all those different strategies. Will Michael Tip be able to defend his lead in the championship? Yes, of course he will, because he has a 51 gap lead to Fingerhook, who's currently in P10, and Nathaniel and Lunar Jedi are on P3 and P4, tied on points, so with 91 points, and Michael Tip has 148 and Fingerhook has 97, so it's going to be very impressive on how this race will go. Apollo Aston currently leading, and I think he just wants to get away from everyone else, but I think F. Hooters is really close based on pace. So we will have a great battle at the start, but of course at Monaco it's really hard to overtake, so it's going to be our first race in SRL at the Monaco circuit, and we can't wait to go racing. We've decided to start into the night, a night Monaco race, to give you a good tribute. And at the end we have Rob finishing off the grid, starting on the mediums, as is Gatsby, Cheap Skills, Easy Level Bot and Neuropower. Let's get a good camera view, and we are almost going with 4-5 red lights, and we're off and away we go. We have a good start from Apollo Aston, who has managed to get a good start in, and already we have one of the Aston Martins CGP on the inside of F. Hooters, but F. Hooters has a good exit, so he maintains P2, and no carnage I think at the start of this race. We have already a Alpine in the wall, but everyone has gone away pretty cleanly, and Michael Tip is really struggling, and he left the session. Our championship leader really losing points, and Neuropirate is having a battle with one of the Alpines as well. Neuropirate on the inside, and TGL Stewart does the switchback move, both on the medium tires, so we have a battle going side by side. Oh, this is going to be very close, and TG and one of the other Alpines, brother Adam, on the soft tires, he is currently ghosting, and both Alpines are ghosting. Oh, and TGL Stewart hits the wall. Really hard to keep your focus on this track, because a lap isn't won in lap 1. And who are the biggest winners of this session so far? Let's see, if Neuropirate already winning 3 positions, so is Cheap Skills, and so is Gatsby, and Rob. Rob is also winning 3 positions. And as known, we have our top 15 getting points, and as Apollo Aston is really flying away, already 2 seconds up of the rest of the field. So Apollo is definitely showing his true pace. At 39 laps to go, so we have a very solid race and a good start from Apollo Aston as well. But Avhoeders is really trying to close in. CGP is right behind Avhoeders on the mediums, so he can keep up with one of the soft runners, and that's giving him some motivation. And the DRS has been enabled. CGP closing into Avhoeders on the medium tire compound. He chose to start on the alternate strat and really keeping up with the front. So CGP is really having a good go to get some good points today. And the rest of the field are losing a small amount of time. So let's see what is the closest battle on track. It's going to be between Rob, Easy Level Board and Gatsby for P11. Cheap Skills also right in front. Now it's all about keeping your car out of the barriers. And Avhoeders is still keeping up with Apollo, still 2 seconds, so it's not, Apollo is not improving on time. Now he is already 2/10 in the last sector. And Razi is also closing in to Nathaniel. Razi has some excellent pace. He had some practice, of course, during the tier 3 race. He won, and he's currently in P7, so that's impressive from Razi. Good points for him. And we have a yellow in sector 2, and I think something happened. With a very close battle on track between Cheap Skills Gatsby and Easy Level Board. And Rob has lost a few seconds, so I think there was something with Rob. And Gatsby is closing in. Gatsby is closing in to Cheap Skills, choosing different lines to. And the DRS has been enabled. Gatsby not wasting any DRS. He's just waiting for the right moment to get the overtake done. Really tough circuit for the bad drivers, as it seems. And Robert in the pits. Probably having some damage on his wing. And Michael has rejoined, so he will be closing into TGL Stewart as well. We had some disconnection at the start of this race, but Rossi is really putting the pressure on Nathaniel. But of course it's Monaco, everything can happen, and Avhoeders is closing into Apollo. It was 2 seconds, it's 1.6 seconds now. Oh, Rossi hits the wall. Hopefully he didn't pick up any damage from that. And Rossi is really putting the pressure on. Those medium tires are definitely working. Now it's all about calculating your move, because this circuit, it's really hard to get your overtake. And we all know Rossi is a very solid driver. He can be very quick. He showed us that in tier 3, winning the race by 16.5 seconds, I think. So He has the pace to compete. And Hooters losing some time to Apollo. 110 now. So the front battle is still going on. And CGP had a moment. Now under pressure of Irma. But this will be the closest battle on track at this stage of the race. So we're keeping an eye on this one. And F. Hoodus gets the overtake done on Apollo. What happened to him? Apollo had a moment. Did he pick up any damage from that collision? I don't think he had. But now he's in second. And F. Hooders is now in the lead. I totally missed that. Not sure what happened to Apollo. He's sliding all over the place. Really pushing and pushing. Already low on ERS. Well, Monaco is a very tough circuit to manage your ERS if you use it a lot. So, and F. Hooders is on the same amount of ERS as well. And we have someone in the wall in sector 3. I think it's... I'm not sure who it is. Was it Rob? I think it's Rob. Rob is in the wall, losing his entire front wing, but still continuing. And one of the Haas drivers, it's Gatsby, who's in the wall. No damage for him. So let's head back to the battle between Irma and CGP. Irma has a good exit now. Will we go for the inside move? No, he's still backing off. And he's still waiting for the right moment to overtake. And we have one of the Red Bulls in the wall. I'm not sure what happened to him. But Rob has DNF'd. Oh, Rob is at the middle of the track, so that should be a safety car. But Irma has made the move on CGP. And Lunar Jedi has made some move on CGP as well. So I'm not sure what happened to him. Did he have some damage? I'm not sure. Not visual damage, but maybe some tiny damage to the front wing. And at the front we have Apollo closing into F. Hoodis. And yes, CGP had damage, so he's now in the pits. Let's have a look. Current tire situations. He is going to switch to the hard, so he is trying to extend it till the end on these hard tires. And Razi still right on the tail of Nathaniel. He needs to have a good exit, really closing in. Hits Nathaniel a little bit, but just a small kiss to his rear bumper. Rossi has some excellent pace, to be fair. Oh, cuts the corner, and that will give him a warning. Only one penalty so far, so very solid job from all the drivers to keep themselves out of the penalty situations. And Rossi taking different lines. And now he needs to have a good exit to make a move into turn 1. And I don't think he's close enough. He needs to be at his bumper to get a move done. And he gets a good exit now. Will there be a side-by-side move from Rossi? No, he's still waiting for the right moment. He is closing in. Oh, it's the wall a little bit. So this will not allow him to get an overtake on Nathaniel. Nathaniel currently on 10.6 seconds. And we have a battle at the front. between Hooters, Apollo, and Irma, and so is Lunar Jedi. So we have a 4-way battle for the lead, and the soft runners, their tires are degrading. So the medium runners have the advantage, but of course we know that it's really hard to overtake on this track. And Apollo is diving into the pits, so he's trying to go for the undercut. And the undercut is a really smart strategy if you can keep yourself in front of the rest of the field. And will Apollo stay in front of Neuropirate? Yes, I think he will. Let's see where Apollo end up. And Apollo will be right in front of. So Apollo has free air. So this is a very good move from Apollo to have the undercut move on F Hooters, because track position is really important on this track. And I think Apollo Aston will be closing in to F Hooters in the current lap, as he's on the fresh tires. So a smart move. Undercut will definitely work on this track. Look at Apollo winning 4/10 in the last corner, so the traction is there. And Apollo definitely on a charge. Hooters into the pits now, defending to Apollo. Well, I think Apollo will definitely stay in front if it stays like this. He had a moment going through that quick chicane, but let's stay on board. Hooters is changing his front wing, so Apollo would definitely jump him, and there he goes. The undercut have worked from Apollo Aston, so Apollo moves up to the virtual P1, but of course we have a battle between Irma and Lunar Jedi for the track P1 at this stage of the race. Of course we know that they have to make a pit stop. And no safety car in Monaco just yet. And F Hooters is right behind Neuropirate. Oh, this is gonna hurt him. But of course F Hooters has the advantage based on pace. He has a good exit now and is really chasing down Neuropirate, and he will go for a move on the outside. Neuropirate defending the inside. He is. Oh, he's pushing Neuropirate really wide, and he lets Neuropirate by. Neuropirate really defending hard. He is allowed because it's where you're fighting for a track position. And F Hooters on the inside line now, going side by side. What a move from F Hooters! Hopefully he didn't pick up any damage from that. He is on the quicker tire at this stage of the race. Neuropirate defending. Neuropirate defending really aggressively. And F Hooters having a hard time on Neuropirate. But I think this is really choosing your lines to get a good exit. And Michael is still in P11. One of the Red Bulls, Easy Level Bot, is right behind, and so is Cheap Skills and Gatsby. We all know that F Hooters has made his pit stop, so he is really chasing up now. And will he go? Oh, F Hooters is in the wall! No! Oh, two! Oh, losing his entire front wing. Oh, F Hooters. Too impatient, willing to overtake is. Oh, Rossi almost lost it. Getting the he's really impatient on that situation, to losing it into the wall, and Rossi picking up the pace to close in to Michael Tibb. And Apollo Aston is already within 11 seconds, almost 10 seconds of time to Lunar Jedi, but we all know that they need to make a pit stop for the soft tire strategy, so they will be a lot quicker at the end. And F rooters will be very unhappy about that situation. Currently in P14, picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. But let's say we're one of the battles on track with Razi in on the back of Michael. And Nathaniel at the back of CGP. CGP on the hard tire. And Nathaniel, gets me hit a little bit with the right rear on the right hand side, so still no damage for him as it was just his wheel, but he slowed down the other runners. And look at Nathaniel, he is going on the outside now to CGP. CGP pushes him into the wall, and this is definitely damage. Yes, his right front wing, and that will allow Michael to get an overtake on, and Nathaniel just I'm feeling so bad for him. CGP, come on, man. Just boost him in the wall. Come on, you're going side by side. Leave each other room. And now totally cutting the corner. I'm not sure what's wrong with him at this stage of the race, but no penalty for him, so. And one of the other drivers, CGP, is closing in to Cheap Skills now on the hard tires. Michael Tip is really close behind as well on the mediums, 14 lap old mediums. And Easy Level Bot is putting the pressure on Neuro Pirate. Let's stay on board with the Red Bull driver. As we all know, that is really hard to overtake on this track. So Easy Level Bot needs to have a good exit here, and he has. Neuropirate runs a little bit wide. Will this be an opportunity for Easy Level Bot to get the overtake done? And he's getting closer and closer. Will he go for the inside move? No, he's still backing off, and not taking too many risks. Still, that was an opportunity for Easy Level Bot, if I may assume, but he still didn't take the opportunity for now, so he has better pace compared to Neuropirate. Neuropirate really struggling on those 15 lap old mediums. And let's go through the stops. The top two haven't stopped yet. Apollo Aston has stopped and is already closing into 6.6 seconds. Cheap Skills is right behind Easy Level Bot as well. Didn't make a pit stop yet, so but Neuropirate is still 31 seconds behind Apollo Aston. So Irma and Lunar Jedi will definitely make a free pit stop to compare to right in front of Neuropirate, but I think they will go for the medium soft strategy as well. But Easy Level Bot is going for a move on the inside. No, he's still waiting. Oh, he knows it's so hard to overtake. But you need to focus on those exits on this track. If you see your opponent is having a bad exit, having bad traction out of the corner, that's when you need to challenge him. Easy Level Bot has saved up some good ERS, so He needs to take that risk to get past. We have a little train ongoing with Michael Tip and Rossi. Rossi gets past Michael Tip, by the way, and he made a pit stop. So did Michael. Michael already on 16 lap old medium, so he is trying to go for a 2-stop strategy. He already made a pit stop. But Rossi is currently on 7 lap old medium, so he has the advantage on the tires. But he is stuck right behind Cheap Skills. Oh, we have a battle between Next Level Bot. Is he going for a move now? He is still not close to Neuropirate, who is really low on the ERS. 9% left. And this will allow Easy Level Bot to go for an overtaking opportunity. Choosing different lines compared to Neuropirate. Will he go for a good exit? And still struggling right behind the dirty air. It's not helping him. And Rossi is closing into CGP, and CGP is really stuck. Look at Irma, he is going for his pit stop. So, which tire is he choosing? Will he be choosing the... No, he is going for the hard. He is going for a medium hard strategy. I'm not sure if that's the right one, but we'll see. Just taking it very cautious. Apollo Aston now getting closer to Lunar Jedi. Apollo Aston probably going for the 1-stop. So he will be leading the race if Lunar Jedi decides to pit. And Neuropirate decides to pit as well. And Easy Level Bot now moves up to P4 with CGP right behind him. CGP on the hard tires, and Easy Level Bot hits the wall a little bit, but that's not good enough for damage. And right behind him we have Rossi on those fresh medium tires as well. Rossi really aiming for some good points. 9 lap old mediums, they can definitely go till the end, if I may assume. And Easy Level Bot and Lunar Jedi probably going for the medium soft strategy. They just need to go a few laps more. I think the softs will last like 12-13 laps at least. So if they can have a few laps more on those mediums, they can definitely go till the end. And Easy Level Bot is still continuing, so he is going for that medium soft strategy. But with CGP really closing into him, he needs to close a gap of 23 seconds to him. It's going to be a lot. And who just gets the move done on Gatsby, and is now getting away from him. And Apollo Aston is going for another pit stop. He's switching his front wing. Oh, Apollo. And where will we end up? Will he end up right behind Irma? I think he is. Yes, he is. So Irma is in the virtual lead of the race, but Apollo is on the fresher tire on those mediums. So 8.8 seconds away from Irma on the hards with 17 laps to go, 16 laps to go. So it's going to be very interesting. Oh, we have a spinner in sector 3 who lost it. And Rossi's right at the back of CGP. This will be a very dairy overtake. And Brother Adam has lost it in sector 3. And he is not going to be able to finish the race. And his car has been already removed, so there's no safety car being on the track. So we're still continuing. Only 2 drivers have not finished their race. Let's stay on board with Rossi. And TGL Stewart's in the wall as well. And he's out in sector 1. No, he just retired in the pits. Not very nice to see, but he's having a hard time at Monaco. Rossi really chasing down Easy Level Bot, and another spinner in the wall. Who is it? One of the Alpines not continuing their race. So no Alpines left in the race. So it's going for Lunar Jedi, currently on a 16-second lead to Irma Gertke Van. So Lunar Jedi, if he pits, he will have a 1 or 2 second gap to Irma as it stands. I think the pit gap will be around 17-18 seconds. So he did a really great job. But Irma has some excellent pace on those hards as well. So he has a hard job to... It will be a very close fight till the end between Irma, Lunar Jedi and Apollo Aston. Look at Rossi on the inside of Easy Level Bot now, going side by side. And Easy Level Bot just hits the wall. And Rossi moves up to P4. And Rossi has a very great race so far. As a tier 3 driver, he is really showing what he's worth of. A little sliding out of that last corner, but he keeps himself on track. With Fingerhook now chasing down CGP. Did CGP pick up any damage? And one of the Alfa Romeos, F. Hooders, on the inside now to Fingerhook. And F. Hooders gets him moved on, and it moves up to P7. Fingerhook knows he has a penalty, no need to take any risks. And Lunar Jedi is definitely going for the medium soft strategy, and so is Easy Level Bot. So it's going to be very impressive from Lunar Jedi so far. His race is really going as it should be. And the current championship leader is into P11. Michael Tipp not scoring a lot of points today as it stands. And Cheap Skills is being lapped by Lunar Jedi. But when will Lunar Jedi move into the pits for his fresh off tires? I think he will in a few laps. Maybe even this one. But I'm not sure. Let's have a look at his tires. And his back tires. He's still going for another lap. His tires don't look too awful. Lunar Jedi really has the consistency on his tail. 13 seconds away from Irma. And Apollo Aston is right behind Irma. Of course, Apollo Aston is on the fresh medium tires, so he has the advantage. But Apollo Aston, where will he make the move on Irma for that provisional P1 spot? It's really hard to overtake, so Irma chose full track position. But knowing that Apollo is quicker on this medium strategy, he is going for the 2-stop. but we can all see that he's really struggling to keep up with him when he's right behind. Apollo Aston really needs to get past Irma as quick as he can. And Lunar Jedi still going for another lap, so... Oh, Apollo really struggling. Did he pick up some damage from that collision on the wall? I don't think he has. So that's lucky for him. But he's really chasing down Irma. Irma has great traction on the exits, which allows him to create himself the right gap to Apollo to not get him close. But in this section of the track we have Apollo on those fresh medium tires really getting closer, but not close enough for an we have someone in the wall. It's Fingerhook, I think, or was it Nathaniel? One of the championship contenders as well. Nathaniel Perrin in the wall, losing I think his front wing, right front wing. A very good camera view on this one. Well, let's see. Is he diving into the pit? Oh, loses another little tap to the wall, but no big things. Lunar Jedi going for another lap on those mediums. 26 lap all. And so is Easy Level Bot. Easy Level Bot keeping his car in front of Afudus, who is on the 13 lap old mediums. But Afudus knows no need to take too many risks. Afudus has some great pace, to be fair. Even with that spin, he is really showing his true pace at Monaco today. Qualifying in second, right behind Apollo Aston, already back into sixth after that spin. Is good to see from Afudus. Lunar Jedi, where is he at the moment? Oh, picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh, that's not gonna help him at the end of this race. But I think he's going to make his pit stop right now. With 10 laps to go, he needs to make his pit stop, and I think he is. Yes, he is. So this will promote Irma to the virtual lead now, with only 11 laps remaining. And of course Lunar Jedi is switching to the fresh soft tire. But look at Apollo, he is closing in to Irma on the outside now, and he's still waiting. And Apollo definitely has a good exit, really at the back of Irma, but no overtaking opportunity for him so far. Now Apollo needs a good exit on the inside line. No, he's still waiting, not close enough. And I think one of the overtaking opportunities is when they go into the bridge section, like right here. If you have a good exit, you can definitely go side by side, and that's what Apollo Aston is going to be. He is close in, but he's really low on the ERA situation, so he needs to stay right behind Irma. Really hard to get your overtake done at Monaco, as we know. And look at Apollo, has a good exit. Does he have a look on the inside move? No, he's waiting. And now he needs to have a good exit, and he has. But Irma is great on the exits today. I must admit, Irma is really good on the exits. Really defending well from Apollo Aston, but Apollo Aston is really showing himself to have a look on the inside line. But Irma is defending really well. Apollo Aston has the advantage on the tires, but for how long? Because at the end those hards will be better at some point of the race. And Irma is struggling now. Will this be an opportunity for Apollo Aston? Irma really going wide, but still has a good exit. And Irma has 14% of ERS left, and Apollo has the same amount of ERS. So we have a great battle for P1. Lunar Jedi is closing in, but has a 3-second time penalty. Wow, what a battle between Irma and Apollo Astin. Oh, Apollo has a good move on the inside now, going side by side. What a move! What a move from Apollo Astin. Definitely taking advantage of the mistake from Irma Gert-Kavan, and Apollo Astin moves up to P1, and now his race is in his hands for if he doesn't make any mistake. That was the very daring move from Apollo Astin, but a really deserved one. Wow, that's classy racing. Apollo definitely showing improvements on his racecraft. What happened? What happened to Apollo? What? Ha! What's going on? Ha! I don't get it. What's happening? Why did you give that position back, Apollo? Did you? No, it wasn't that bad, was it? At stream it didn't look that bad, but yeah, we have another battle on track between Apollo and Irma Gert-Kavan. Apollo on the outside now. Oh, he gets pushed into the wall. What the hell is happening, boys? Did he pick up any damage from that? Apollo being a gent, giving that position back. I don't know why, actually. Guys, what are you doing? I'm out of words. I'm not sure what's happening. But now Lunar Jedi is at the back of Irma. But Irma is on the hards and Lunar Jedi is on the softs. Will there be an opportunity for Lunar Jedi to get some overtaking done into turn 1? A little moment on his little bit of understeer out of that, going into that corner, but Lunar Jedi on the inside looking to have a go, and Lunar Jedi moves up to P2. Irma is, I'm not sure what's happening, but between the top 3, Irma is slowing down. I'm not sure if it's the right call, but I don't even know why Apollo Astin gave the position back to Irma, because that seemed like a very solid overtake. But Michael Tip is right behind Gatsby in the race. So let's head back for a battle for P8 with 6-7 laps remaining. Gatsby is defending from Michael, both on the same amount of tire. 14 lap old hards for Michael and 17 lap old hards for Gatsby. So Michael is currently knowing that he doesn't need to overtake him on track, but as a driver, as a fighter, you want to get him on track because we're racing. So track position is all what matters. Michael, the current championship leader, ahead of, oh, whoa, what's happening to Michael? What? Okay. What is happening? Oh, Michael. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening to Michael there, but really impressive. But no safety car in the last laps. So Lunar Jedi is closing in to Apollo Aston. Had a little moment out of that corner, so he lost a small amount of time, but he is 1.4 seconds away from Apollo Aston, currently leading. Yeah, Michael, you're out, so it's good to have you back in the session, but you crashed out. And it's still, oh, Apollo Aston a little bit laggy, and Michael's car is right there, and he's really on Apollo Aston is really under pressure of Lunar Jedi now. Lunar Jedi on those fresh soft tires, really closing into Apollo Aston. Will his strategy work? But still, he needs to create himself a gap of 3 seconds. Let's have a look at penalty situations. Lunar Jedi having 3 seconds. Irma having no penalties. And Afuda 6 seconds. Razi 3 seconds. CGP in having 3 seconds as well. Fingook, no penalties. So, it's going to be a very close battle at the top. Between Lunar Jedi and Apollo Aston, but Apollo Aston just needs to stay in front, as he don't want Lunar Jedi to run away with it, because I think if Lunar Jedi gets past, he will run away with it. But we have seen Apollo Aston's qualifying on the medium, so he is definitely very quick. Oh, Apollo Aston hits the wall a little bit with his left rear. Did he pick up any damage from that? It's another hit to the wall. Apollo Aston is pushing a lot, but I don't think he picked up any damage from that. With Lunar Jedi really chasing him down. A good battle for P1. On track. Apollo Aston sliding all the way, but he's still in front. As Lunar Jedi is really closing in, and he needs to have a good exit, but the closer you get, the harder you will be with that dirty air. So 2.5 laps remaining. We are racing for P1 on track between Lunar Jedi and Apollo Aston. CGP spun around, so that will allow Fingook to make a move. Gatsby is in the wall as well, losing his front wing, probably because that was a yellow in sector 2. But Lunar Jedi still closing in to Apollo Aston. Will he be able to make a move in the first couple of laps? Lunar Jedi is really closing in. Look at him closing in. He needs to have a good exit. He has one. And he is turning up his DRS in his DRS deployment. But will be enough for an overtake? No, he's still not close enough. We have blue flags for easy level bots. And I don't think Lunar Jedi will be good enough for an overtaking opportunity at this stage, as he's stuck. He has been better on the traction. A yellow in sector 2 again. Only a few laps remaining, 2 laps remaining, 1.5 lap remaining. Still Lunar Jedi putting the pressure on Apollo Aston. Irma having no penalties is right behind as well into P3, but I don't think that will be good enough for the P1 spot on track. So going into the last lap, still Lunar Jedi hunting down Apollo Aston. But really running wide. Not close enough to make a move again. And who is currently having the fastest lap on track? It's Apollo Aston, so it will be a 26 point win for him as it stands. 1:11.4 on the fastest lap. And Rossi is pitting. Rossi is pitting. I think changing his front wing at the last lap. So I'm not sure if Fingerhook will be close enough. I don't think he will be. But that will allow F Hooters to gain P4, but still a good result from him into P5 as a reserve. But Fingerhook still managed to get past him. And a yellow in sector 2. Irma has pitted as well. Going for the fastest lap, I guess. Apollo Aston wins the Grand Prix. Lunar Jedi in second. Irma Gert Kavan going for the fastest lap, I think. Will we get it? I don't think he will. 1:13.9. Not even faster than his previous lap. F Hooters will be finishing in 4th place. And Rossi will be finishing in 5th place. But having a penalty, this will allow Fingerhook to grab that spot off Rossi. As Rossi is not going to be able. Oh, Rossi is in the wall. So this will... No, yeah, Rossi has hit the wall. So Fingerhook will be picking up P5. And Rossi finishes in P6. So this was our race for today. What a race. The first race at Monaco. Apollo Aston taking the win. Definitely deserved it. His pace was really quick. So hopefully he can make his tribute in the Tier 1. Really holding up his trophy, getting that win, his first win in this tier. Getting the fastest lap as well, so a very good performance from the McLaren driver, taking his full-time spot. And the first race he won. Lunar Jedi in second on the alternate strat. Really stuck right behind Apollo Aston. So Lunar Jedi picking up P2. Irma Gert Kavan rounds off the podium. F Hooters into P4. Fingerhook into P5. Rossi in 6. Easy Level Bot in 7. CGP into P8. Chief Skills in 9. Neuropirate in 10. Gatsby 11. Nathaniel Perrin in 12. And the rest of the grid haven't finished their race. So make sure to tune in for the Tier 1 race. A few moments. Hopefully I can see you there. Thank you for all watching, and hopefully to see you next week. Bye bye.